Bella Salon and Day Spa, located at 41 West Main Street in Northeast Pennsylvania, proudly supports Chautauqua Sunrise and its volunteers. More information at bellasalonanddayspa.net. Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District, with a local office in Olean. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. It's a little bit chilly out there this morning here in Mayville, about 22 degrees, and once again, you guys win. Down in Ripley and Westfield, we don't have half the snow that's up here, so you guys are the champions once again. I was talking with a fellow the other day. I think you've already clocked in well over 43 inches of snow up here, so keep up the good work. Keep it up here. I'm good with that. All right, we've got a great show in store for you today, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but I really encourage you to stay tuned because we're going to have a lot of fun because one of my good friends is on the show with me today, and he always makes it very colorful, and we have a lot of, I wasn't talking about you. Stop. All right. Anyway.
Somebody else on the show?
No, you're not supposed to talk right now. Be quiet. All right. This is my time. My time. All right, we do this every time he's on the show. He's never gotten this right. All right, I also want to say good afternoon to my listeners on WRFA 107.9, low power to the people in Jamestown, New York, on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining us, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this show as always. Kind of reminds me of No, that one show. No, what's that called? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I said don't tell me. I get it because it's kind of fun. We never know what's going to happen here. Okay. A few things I want to cover, and then we're going to get right into the show. I want to do a shout out to the Mayville Senior Citizens group. They had me play this week and had a lot of fun over there, and they were all decked out for the holidays, and it was a good time, and always a great lunch in there. Boy, you could pack a few pounds on there just for lunch. Good time. We are getting into the holiday season, the cuckoo season I call it, where everybody's running around trying to get Christmas presents for people that they think they want to get them the Christmas presents for at a good price, at the right place, the right size, the right color, and boy, it just never stops. Every year it's the same old. But Barb always gives me a list of things that she wants for Christmas, for whatever. But she neglects to tell me size, store, color, make, and she'll send me now text pictures of this whatever, and I have to try to figure out, is it at Macy's? Is it at Penny's? Is it online? I don't know. So this year, as always, been quite an adventure trying to shop for Barb. She shops for the rest of the family. I shop for her. A good time no matter what happens. Also want to remind you that this is a live TV show, and if you have a question, a comment, you give us a call at 753-5225 right here at the station. So a very nice person will answer the phone, and if you want to talk to us directly, they'll pipe you into me. I have my earpiece, I'll be able to hear you, and don't be shy. It could be something as far as an announcement for your club or organization. It could be a birthday wish or whatever. Oh, I got to remember to do that. Just remember that. I got to do one more announcement. And also, it could be a question for my guest or myself or whatever. So this one I just remembered. I got to do a shout out to my wife. Speaking of my wife, we 37 years on Tuesday. So happy anniversary, honey. She never watches the show, but I got to do it anyways because people I know watch the show. So they say, why didn't you do that? Anyway, it's been a lot of fun, and it's hard to believe it's been 37 years. We got married in a snowstorm. It was, really. My brother had to come down from Buffalo, and it was pretty harrowing. But we lasted, so we're keeping going. All right, I have a bunch of announcements I want to make, and this is what I remind all of you all the time. Please, we are here for you. It's free of charge. Chautauqua Sunrise is all about Chautauqua County and the good stuff that's going on here. And I only got 4 pages this week, so I'm feeling sad. Usually I have like 11. So I'm going to go through these, and then we're going to get to our guests who are anxiously awaiting their cue here.
That's right.
Anxiously awaiting, quietly, not making a sound.
I've been waiting since the 4th of July parade.
All right. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah. All right. We're going to start with Infinity in Jamestown, New York, the Flapjack fundraiser. It's today, right now, as we speak. So some of you that are listening, you can stop watching the show, hurry up, get in your car, and go down to the Lakewood Neighborhood Applebee's on Fairmont Avenue. The fundraiser will take place right now from 8 to 10 o'clock, so about halfway through that event. Tickets are only $6, and each ticket is good for all you can eat pancakes, bacon, and oh, there goes Randy. Your dad just took off. Oh, well. So much for loyalty. Bacon and drinks. Santa will be joining guests for breakfast. To be sure to bring your camera. All proceeds, of course, provide music and arts instruction to area youth at the Infinity Center in downtown Jamestown. Also, Infinity is seeking artists for its 5th annual art market and auction. It's an annual event that supports area artists by giving them a market to showcase and sell their art, all the while raising funds to support youth music and arts instruction at the Infinity Visual and Performing Arts Center. The fundraiser, which is held at the Infinity Arts Cafe, will take place on March 9th. This is, mark your calendar right now. Now, just give you a little clue, Infinity Arts students are going to be here in 2 weeks to do a special holiday program with me. So you're going to get a little taste of what they're about, and also you can see the fine work that their instructors are doing with their students. This auction and market features an art market filled with locally crafted items to help showcase local artists, followed by an auction of locally crafted pieces to raise funds for programming at the Infinity Center. More than 20 artists participate each year, and the event continues to grow. Online registration for interested artists can be found at Infinity Performing Arts, all one word, .org. Area artists who wish to participate in the art market should complete their registration forms before January 15th. For more information, give the center a call at 664-0991 and ask for Mariah Melendi. All right, let's go to Ripley's. This is happening today. Christmas in Ripley, my hometown. Craft and Vendor Fair. It's starting, not yet, but at 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock today at the Ripley Central School Gymnasium. Join them for fun, food, and shopping, sponsored by the Ripley Renaissance Committee, dedicated to bringing Ripley together in a renewed sense of community. All right, moving along, we're going to go to Westfield, just up the road from Ripley and just down the road from here. Christmas in the Vineyards. Shopping, treats, exhibits, tasting, photography, crafts, and more. Visit with Santa from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Children's crafts 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Where is this taking place? Grape Discovery Center, West Main Road in Westfield. And for more information, you can go to grapediscoverycenter.com and they have it all there. And I know that was hard to read here, but there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So that's going on in Westfield. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to this. Chautauqua County Historical Society Holiday Open House is tomorrow, December 9th. The Chautauqua County Historical Society will say goodbye 2018 with its annual Holiday Open House at the McClurg Museum in Westfield. The open house provides an annual opportunity for visitors to learn about the museum and the Historical Society. It's free of charge.
Are you playing at that?
No,
No?
leave me alone.
All right.
The day will feature music provided by, thank you for that, the McClurg Street String Band, which is comprised of music students from
John Paul didn't ask you to play at that?
Westfield Academy and Central School. Heckling will be at a stop. And the direction of acclaimed wax music director and good friend of mine, Kent Knappenberger. Guests will also, I play in the June event. Kent Knapper.
Kent and the kids are playing.
Kent Knappenberger, Grammy Award winner. Remember him?
I remember.
The beard.
Yeah.
Guests will also get an update and a first-hand look at various renovation projects that are underway in the museum. As with past years, the event will also have refreshments and delectable desserts provided by trustees, volunteers, and members of the society. There is no cost to attend the open house. It'll take place from 2 to 4 tomorrow, Sunday, December 9th. For more information, give them a call at 326-2977. All right, moving along. Panel discussion on marijuana. Medicinal cannabis versus recreational marijuana panel discussion, sponsored by our friends at CASIC, Melanie Witkowski and Company. It's a free event at Fredonia State University at McEwen Hall, room 209. It's going to take place this week on December 12th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This has been a hot button topic in New York State, so you might be interested. Now listen, this is going to be a panel discussion. There's going to be Christine Schuyler from the Chautauqua County Health Commission, Andy O'Brien for UPMC Chautauqua, Will Jones from Smart Approaches to Marijuana, and Dr. Robert Whitney and Melanie Witkowski, who is the Executive Director of CASIC. It's free of charge. Pre-registration, though, is required, and if you give Kathleen Colby a call at 664-3608, and you can register. It is going to be on December 12th, this Wednesday. Okay, also, free parenting classes offered in Dunkirk. Build a strong foundation for your child. Your child's first years are so important. Your parents would have benefited from this. Learn how to make the most of them with active parenting the first 5 years. In this program, you'll learn the best ways to nurture your child from birth to pre-K with the just right combination of freedom and nonviolent discipline. Give your child a strong start. It's a 2-4-hour session of parenting, and the first one's already done, but you can also attend December 13th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's at the CASIC site at 3rd Street in Dunkirk. And you're going to learn about what a baby's cry means, ages and stages of development, building a strong bond, your child's growing brain, using mindfulness to keep your cool, and so on. And this is also being offered free of charge through the United Way of Southern Chautauqua County. So as always, you can give CASIC a call at 664-3608 for more information. Okay, just a couple of points of interest, and then we're going to take a little breather here. Reminder that over 125 local merchants are honoring the Chautauqua gift cards make great gifts. We can drop the cannabis now, Jeff. And these are the Chautauqua gift card. That's hard to say. Is a card that you can buy, and you can give it to whomever as a gift or for yourself. And it's going to be honored by all these merchants. And of course, we're always encouraging folks here in Chautauqua County to buy local. And so what a great card to give. If you're interested, call Becky Vody at the Chamber of Commerce, 366-6200 or 484-1101. And then finally, my buddy Ken Harley and his Rolling Hills radio program. They are going to have a show on Sunday, December 30th at Shawbucks, as always, in downtown Jamestown, New York. Rolling Hills Radio will present a dynamic, energetic, 5-piece old-timey band, folk faces, and singer-songwriter Maria Gillard, depends how you say it, Gillard, Buffalo-based quartet that specializes in rowdy jazz and bluesy roots. Folk Faces has an irresistibly danceable energy and a unique versatility, being able to engage a crowd whether busking on the street. I learned that word, busking.
Busking?
Busking. That's when you put a cup on the floor or the ground and you play and you hope people throw some money in there. Busking, that's the professional term. Playing in a small bar room or putting on a full electric show at a large music venue. The band draws influence from a multitude of genres, including folk, jazz, blues, punk, American, jug band, and bluegrass. Okay, we'll talk more about this next time, but all the radio shows are at Shawbucks. They have a happy hour at 5:30 called the Happy Rolling Hour. At 6:15, they shut the bar down. Everybody gets their seats, and it's not a huge venue, so it's very personable. I mean, it probably holds a couple hundred people, but it's really up and close with the performers. And I went to see Tom Paxton, as you all know, and it was great. The bar opens then for about 10-minute intermission, and then the best part of the show, besides the music, is the meet and greet. You can actually go up and shake hands and talk with the performers, and it's really kind of a lot of fun. Okay, the tickets are $15, and you can go to the Rolling Hills ticket hotline. It's 294-0416. So again, December 30th for the Folk Faces show. Okay, we're going to take a little breather here. We're going to be right back, and this is for you.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Hamels, and you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise. Okay, I thought...
That's all the time we have for today, folks.
Don't. Not yet.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Are you going to ever get to us?
Quiet.
All right.
Quiet. All right. I decided to have a unique introduction today, and I wrote this myself based on...
Unique up on remember that joke?
Yeah. All right. Based on some experiences I've had with the part of this crew here today. So I'm going to slip into a different personality because I'm in a...
Thank God.
Don't encourage him, Emerald. I'm in a particular show and have been in the show for the last few years. And so I'm going to slip into my role in this particular play as a radio announcer. So I'm going to center myself here and prepare. Good morning, everyone. I'm Freddie Fillmore of WBFR in Bedford, New York, US of A, your host of Chautauqua Sunrise Playhouse. Our guests today, starring as themselves, are Miss Jackie Phillips, Susan Crawford Poster, and
the one and only
Rick Mascaro.
Yeah.
Our story begins in the late 50s with little Ricky Mascaro daydreaming in his 5th grade class with Mrs. Schlockenheimer, his teacher, and he dreamt about what he could do to be creative in life. And the show begins now with Rick.
I want to tell you something. You said you were switching. That's the same personality that you opened the show with. They're both the same.
I'm Freddie Fillmore.
I heard of that. Weren't those both the same? He sounded the same like in both of those, but that's all right. Go ahead.
Hi, Rick.
Pretend like you have different personalities. Hi, Doc. How are you doing, man?
I'm fine.
Good to see you.
I could have been drunk Uncle Billy. I could have been the German.
You
I could have been the cop.
Yeah.
I could have been the New York City cop.
You could have been.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you brought you brought Jackie and Susan here today, and we're going to talk about the Lakeshore Center for the Arts. And seriously, when did this germ of an idea started? I said it was in 5th grade when you were daydreaming, but
Well, I told
it probably
you,
was like 2nd grade in Mrs. Picklediddly's room, or I don't know.
2nd grade was Mrs. Orton, 5th grade was Mrs. Blackburn. Do you remember all your teachers from each and every grade?
I had nuns, and I've repressed all of that.
Oh, did you? Sister Mary Ignatius and all that kind of
I
stuff.
don't remember.
No. Most Catholic school people are trying to block all
Could
that.
we move on, please?
Yeah, okay. Anyway. But
I'm just kidding. I love my teachers.
we wanted to get back today because we have been in existence for quite a while now, and we've gone through a number of changes and phases with Lakeshore Center for the Arts, and we are in the midst of starting a new direction that we're going to be going in.
All right, I'm going to write that right now. I'm going to write new direction, but you didn't answer my question.
All right.
And
Ask
the
me
question
again.
was, where did the germ of the idea begin?
The germ started, I don't know if germ is the right word, but yeah, the germ
a
started,
scientific
I would
term.
say,
It's a
in,
beginning spot.
in 2000, I moved to Westfield in 2012 after I retired. And I had a number of get-togethers at my house where we talked about doing arts things and to restarting an arts center and getting things going in the arts in Westfield again. Because at one time, and it is again, but at one time in my youth and growing up years, the arts were very active and available to the adult community and to the community at large, and it had kind of lost that impact over the years. So we wanted to restart a new arts endeavor, and we did that for a number of years without a home and without having some place to work out of. We were traveling gypsies, as it were, and we were always looking for a home to grow bigger and better and to focus our efforts out of. And thus, here, bring her into the shot.
Bring it to the shop. Okay.
Thus, I met my friend Jaqueline Phillips. Jaqueline and I, Jackie Phillips. Jackie Phillips and I put our heads together. She came over one night, and we were sitting in my back patio drinking wine. Well, it's New York State wine, of course.
Of course.
Of course. And she said, you know what? I've always really wanted to do this too. And I'll tell you what, I work with a foundation that might be able to help you.
Okay. Stop and freeze it there.
I was just going to hand it to her. All right.
He didn't get a chance to do a
Yeah,
segue.
I want to make sure that you got to talk.
All right. All right.
So, why did you have this idea?
So to be really frank, I don't
Please-
have
please
family.
be frank. Sometimes I'm Freddie, so you can be frank.
I mean, I grew up in Westfield. I had a wonderful childhood, very happy memories. I no longer have family that live in the town, so I didn't really necessarily have frequent reasons to come back to
Did you
town.
go to school at Rick?
He was a couple of years
She's
ahead of me.
a good, how are you, like 5
No,
years
we don't
younger
say
than-
ages.
All right.
We don't say ages or weight. Nothing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
All right.
So I certainly knew Rick from afar. He was a big star in the high school stage,
Yeah.
but we really had.
Really? Let's talk about that for a while. A big star.
And my family was involved in the community theater here in Westfield. It was part of my childhood that I really loved and enjoyed. I really felt the arts here in Westfield.
Tell me more about that, because Rick alluded to it, and you've mentioned it before, but what was it like here?
Well, there were many productions. I thought they were high-level productions. My mother was somewhat like Rick in that before you knew it, she would get you doing things in the arts that you
Okay.
didn't think you could do.
She didn't look like me, though.
Well, I
And,
had this vision in my mind what she would look
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
you know, the school offered many opportunities for youth in terms of doing the arts, and my church, the United Methodist Church here. So I was on the stage quite a bit growing up and had an opportunity to really enjoy, and not just the artistic side of it, but the bonding, the networking, and really feeling connected to the community in a different way. And as Rick said, it sort of had gone away over the years. and I missed Westfield, but I didn't have a reason to come back. And
Right.
so when I'm listening to Rick talk about his dream of revisiting this and bringing back an opportunity for adults to participate in the arts who aren't necessarily professionals, and really focusing on performing arts in this community, I thought, you know what, that is why I didn't think I could live here again, because I need to have that around me. And when Rick talked about his dream, I could see it. I was a believer and was in a position to fund it. I didn't make it easy for him. He had to write up grants and
Yes, I remember all that. We
do
talked
that.
about
But he really came through, and the rest is really history. It's exciting. The thing is, you know, a couple of years later, they're having so much fun and they're doing such great things. Which I was keeping track of on Facebook, I feel like I was missing out.
Yeah.
So I just bought a place here for at least summers, maybe
nice.
more. So I want to be.
I was wondering how you got her here today.
Yeah.
We're friends on Facebook, so you know I know you're in Massachusetts.
I'm in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Okay, so it's
But Westfield, New York now, too.
And Westfield, New York.
Yeah.
I'm really
Wonderful.
excited about
just
that.
like the other one over there.
yes, yeah, we'll get to her in a second.
Susie.
Okay, so you mentioned performing arts. So for our listeners and viewers, define performing arts as opposed to other arts, fine arts and so on.
Before I go there, I need
All right,
to
I'll
say,
put a
I
little
need to
question-
say,
I'll put a little
Lakeshore
marker.
Center for the Arts, in my mind, is a continuation of Lakeshore Little Theater, which was the organization that her mother was very active in, which was
mine.
the organization that her
My
mother
parents.
and father were involved in,
Right.
and which was my start in theater. I started when I was like 7 years old with Lakeshore Little Theater, and it included a lot of people from all the entire lakefront area, and we had people from Northeast and et cetera. And that's what I wanted to renew and replicate in what we're doing now. And that was sort of the impetus for
The journey.
where we are now. But yeah.
Performing arts
Yeah.
then would be.
Yeah. Right now, so we cover all of the arts area, with our major focus being theater arts. Probably, if we had to pick one area that was our major focus, it would be theater arts. However, we offer classes in visual arts. We have a gallery that displays on a regular basis various artists. Currently in our gallery is Karen. What's Karen's last name?
Cockrum.
Cockrum. That's right. She'll yell at me when she watches this on TV. But she does all Westfield photography that's on there now, and we re-rotate it through. We have a writers group that meets on a regular basis. We've been on summer hiatus, but we start again in January.
What do they write?
Various things. I'm pretty active in that too, and we have plays that are written. We have short stories, people that do short stories. We have people that do poetry. We all come together and work on things together and present in that format, and that's very good too. We have painting classes. We have live performances. We have two venues really for theatrical performance, and that is we have our own theater, which was named after Jaqueline. It's called the Jaqueline Phillips Theater. And we also use the sanctuary at the Presbyterian Church when we do large things. And while I'm thinking of it, before I go any further, the radio show you're talking about, that guy?
Yes.
Hey, I want to hook up with you, radio guy, because you need to do something in our Westfield Presbyterian
hardly.
Church sanctuary, because I think that would be good for you and me.
Are we talking about WRFA or are we talking about Rolling Hills Radio?
Rolling Hills Radio.
It's Ken Hardley.
Yeah. Don't you think that'd be good?
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Anyway, we've done all those things.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Hold on. You've done what I do just about every other week. You've lost your microphone.
It's not the first time.
Okay, so performing arts, visual arts, music, and so forth.
Instruction, all different areas. Prior to, and we've done it for a number of years. We are 2 years, going on 2 years in our facility where we've had a home. And that home is due to this one.
And where is
Jackie.
the home?
Presbyterian Church, which is in Westfield, has an annex on the back, which was built as classroom and instructional space for high school kids and that sort of thing, which due to enrollment in the church, numbers have gone down and that space freed up, and we stole it as fast as we could, and we've worked out a wonderful relationship with the Presbyterian Church that gets people in the door for them, for us. They give it to us for a very nice price, and we try to bring in as many people to their facility as we can and to see what we're doing too.
Now, recently you added a feature that I was very happy to see for folks that have trouble ambulating, walking, and so forth. Tell us a little bit about that.
We put in 2 brand new chairlifts. We unfortunately have 2 good set of steps that people were having difficulty with getting up, and my preference would have been to have gotten an elevator, but the cost for a new elevator
was prohibitive.
were crazy.
Yeah.
So we looked into the chairlifts, and we've had 2 brand new chairlifts put in, and that has solved problems for
Very
any
good.
of those that were having problems.
So anybody can go to the show.
Anybody can go to this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's hold a little bit because I want to bring in our third guest today, Susan Poster. Good morning, Sue.
Morning, Doc.
And you are a board member of the Lakeshore Center for the Arts?
I am. I'm a fairly new board member.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you've always been there from the beginning. You've always been around.
I've been a member, but
Okay.
I've only been a board member for a little over a year now.
And you also have the head of, you're the director of the
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of
for
Commerce of
Westfield,
Westfield,
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yeah.
And a little bit of Ripley.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And you are responsible for us having our fish that you saw
That's right.
earlier in the program.
And you're going to do a bottle, right?
I thought it was going to be a hot air balloon.
Well, it was, but we've changed it. We're
We
going to
have a
do,
bottle.
we're doing wine bottle.
Absolutely.
The shape of
We're
a wine
all-
bottle to celebrate
We're all in.
our
We're all
wine
in.
and grape industry.
Right,
and,
we're going to take a picture of Randy and we're going to make him into a wine bottle.
Okay.
He tortures me all the time. He's always photoshopping stuff into my pictures. No, really. He's had monkeys here and birds on my head. So I think it'd be only. Jeff, wouldn't you agree? I think we should do something like that. Make Randy our yeah, he agrees. He'll be our poster child.
All right.
All right. So what's your as a board member? How many board members are there?
11.
Okay.
Yeah. And they range, we have a student board member, Angel Bush.
Oh, I know
She's been
Angel.
in several of our productions. And then we have our treasurer, Kelly Matthews, who's here in the background today.
Say hi, Kelly.
And we have Judy Waite Washington. Let me see if I can get all these right. Judy
You
Einach.
shouldn't have started naming, but you used to get
I know,
yourself
I
in trouble on
know.
this
Diana Hammond.
Just say the whole crew,
Yeah,
almost
Joe-
the whole cast.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
There we go. They're all there.
Okay,
Yeah.
super.
Yeah.
Super. Now, Jackie, do you serve any role with the board?
No, I'm not a board member. I mean, they work hard. They're here full-time
Right.
working on this. So it's one thing to help fund a home, and it's quite another to get in there, to paint, a lot of construction was involved.
Oh my gosh,
and,
I've
these
seen-
are hardworking,
Rick was on the show
talented
one time and
folks.
showing all the pictures of him and Shaggy and Rick Matthews
And me.
and you.
Absolutely.
do a
I
lot
mean,
I
of
wasn't
work.
in the pictures. I took them.
they're
Jackie,
still
Jackie
working
doesn't
hard.
know it, but she will be a board member soon. Yeah.
It all starts with little things.
Yeah.
doesn't it? Draw you in.
You buy that house in Westfield, it kind of comes with it. Yeah.
Comes with yeah. Okay, so we have some pictures here today. It might be a good juncture right now just to have a little look. And let's remember our radio friends that will describe the picture for them as we're going along. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right, so Jeff's ready to.
What a good plan, Doc. That's good.
I kind of have done this a couple
You're
of
like a
times.
pro
I'm
at this,
like
man.
a pro. All right, so, there's some construction scene. Now, this is in the Presbyterian Church in Westfield, up on the second floor. And this was a series of rooms, as I remember, that are contiguous. And they're doing some carpentry work there. And is that the stage?
These are the risers that.
Oh, the risers,
Yeah,
okay.
these are the risers that go down to the floor.
How many
level.
people will your theater hold?
Well, on a good day, when we put all the seats in and fill us up to capacity, we could probably fit 50.
50
But we
people.
like to fit 32, Cal? 36
All right.
on a regular
So
basis.
this is a comfortable, friendly, personable
Not a
venue.
bad seat in the house.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going, Jeff.
And that was, oh, never mind.
Eleemosynary.
This was our starting production before we had a home. It was when we had just started Lakeshore Center for the Arts, and this is a play called Eleemosynary, which was a traveling show.
I don't know that one. What's that about?
Oh, it's a long story. It's about 3 generations of women in a family. The lady on the right with the blondish white hair is the mother. The one on the ladder upper is the daughter, and the one on the left, Libby, is the mother of the one on the ladder.
Okay, so this was a few years ago then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
And the relationships between those
Okay.
two.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This is the second production we did, which was
Love Letters.
Love Letters.
With
All right, so
Alan
we have a
Cook and
gentleman
Diana
at
Hammond.
a vintage desk.
Yeah.
Looks like by.
And that gentleman is somebody who has given much to the arts in Westfield, New
Who's
York.
that?
and
I don't.
It's Al
Alan
Cook.
Cook.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Al
I can't tell
was-
from here. All right.
Al's one of my heroes from my past growing up.
Was
and
he your teacher?
He was my teacher and
Al.
directed me in a number of plays, and has been if you don't know Al, he's been one of the leaders of the arts in the Lakeshore area for a long time, and he was one of the founding members too of Lakeshore Little Theater.
Now, right now I'm looking at the scene for listeners where there's, I don't know, I'm thinking like turn of the century photo in the background, and there's a flask of, looks like some type of alcohol, and there's a candle lit lamp, and where do you get all your props and things like that?
Well, the period picture in the back is my great-grandfather.
Is he really?
It really is.
He's got
And
hair.
I also have the matching one with my great-grandmother, and they hang above my bed at my house. So that's where we get all of our props. We grab them out of people's houses, or when you go to somebody's house and say, hey, can we use that for a month? That sort of thing. So, plus we have a lot of stuff we keep on hand. And Kelly keeps track of all of our stuff we keep in the house and
Treasurers do that.
organizes it. And
Okay.
Kelly's the organization and brains of the house.
Uh-oh.
Now, this was our first giant production.
That's
that we
Joe
did.
Span, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
this is hold on. This is in the church
Yes.
on the altar, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of take over the church inside and do the whole production in there. All right, take it from. I'm not doing this for my listeners right now.
This, and probably some of you are familiar with this play. This is Spoon River Anthology, which a lot of people studied in high school or studied in college, and it's the story of a number of people. It takes place in a graveyard, and the people come to life and talk about things that happened in the town during the 1800s. It's really an
I see my buddy
overview.
Jack Dean.
Yeah, Jack was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack was probably in his well, he still is. He's in his 90s there, I think, isn't he? He's probably about
Probably
90 at the
93.
time.
He's
Probably
still
about 92, 93.
Oh, he's like 90. Well, he's older now.
yeah.
He's still strong at it
Yeah,
too.
he's down in Florida now.
And you could see Al Cook in there too. Al
Right.
was.
Which
Al
is
was in that
this is
play,
so cool
too.
because you mentioned Angel. Angel's what, 17, and you got someone like Jack that's probably 80 years older.
Right.
So it's just a great community effort. I love it. Okay.
And I'll tell you something. It was sweet because, Jack was frail and had health problems and stuff, but he said, "I want to do this, Rick. I'm going to do it.
Well, he
I
had the
don't care
voice
what I
too.
have to
He
do
has a
it."
voice. He can
Yeah.
do it.
It was
Okay, let's
great.
keep on going.
It was great. What else do we have in there?
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah.
All right, this is a scene where there's a gas pump and a rocking chair. Looks like to me, it kind of reminds me of Mayberry, the Andy Griffith Show kind of a look. And so, take it from there, Rick.
We wanted to do kind of a variety show sort of thing. So we started doing a monthly show, and this is the set for it, called Unplugged in the Middle of the Field, i.e. Westfield.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 2 hosts that do it. A guy who owns the Texaco station and the fellow who owns Mueller's Central Store. And we have guests that come in that are musicians and performers, and we try to feature one person each month who is somebody that people know in general, but don't know fine points.
Didn't we have Doc?
I think
guest
Doc
one
was
time?
one of our
Yes.
guests
I
one
think I was
time.
like your second guest, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there I am. But that's not the
Oh,
scene.
that's
a different scene.
That was a surprise one to put in there. See, Doc does work with us. That's Doc. That's Doc getting down with
Serious
Barcelona
one.
Blues
Wearing my
Band.
Hat backwards. That was a pose scene, if I remember right.
Oh.
Anyways, but in the middle of the field there, that was a fun show. I got to play my original material that a lot of times people don't always hear. And then, of course, you interviewed me, which was really difficult because I'm used to doing the interviewing, so I had to be
Right.
quiet.
Right.
Unlike my other guests that sometimes are on the show.
When you and I get together, it's never
it's fun.
clear who's going to interview who and who's going to overtalk the other one.
Well,
So-
I got Ermel this morning. She needed a ride in, and I said, this is going to be a fun show. Get ready. Do you remember Rick? She goes, oh, yeah.
No, is he here?
Rick's in the house.
You just wait.
So how many productions have you done stuck in the middle of the field?
Well, we've done them monthly. We've taken a hiatus over the summertime because we had so many people. I believe we're going to start in January again
Yeah.
and go back on a monthly basis with that.
I just remember the show was just laughing the whole time. We were just having a great time. And when my piece was over, somebody else came on and did their thing, and we were just having a great time. And it's, again, it kind of reminded me of No, Don't Tell Me. It was like, it was just moving along, and it was, I never knew what was going to happen next, because you and Rick Matthews were just
We didn't either.
Spontaneous. And so that was a lot of fun.
We have cooking segments on it. We have the unknown comic. We have regular visitors on a regular
We have
basis.
the story lady.
Westfield, don't tell.
Huh?
Wait,
Oh, that's
Westfield,
right. We
don't
play
tell.
the Westfield
Yeah.
version of Wait, Don't
That
Tell
would be
Me.
fun. For those of you that are watching or listening right now, it's a show on NPR, and it's on like 11 o'clock. I listen to it as I'm leaving sometimes the studio here, and I'm like crying all the way home listening to the stuff, because it reminds me of stuff we would do,
Yeah.
and it's just really fun.
Yeah.
So, okay. Sue, have you been in any of these productions?
Well, I've done a couple of the cooking segments for
Mm-hmm.
Unplugged. I'm usually behind the stage. I don't like being out in the public. I prefer to be behind.
But cooking is natural to you, right? Because we haven't talked about that. You are.
I was a pastry chef for many, many years.
Are you
yeah.
still?
No, I'm retired. Now I'm Chamber of
It's like-
Commerce.
you're always a chef. You don't ever retire. It's one of the things.
What she won't tell you, she wasn't a pastry chef like a little store. She would do events for thousands of people at a major hotel chain that did, and she would do lunches.
Do
for
you serve food?
1,200.
Not you, but do you serve food at these events?
Sometimes.
Sometimes
yeah.
our homemade cookies.
Yeah, we do. When we do openings and stuff, we have homemade food and champagne receptions and all that sort of thing.
Jackie, have they drawn you into a production yet?
Not yet, but Rick has a way of making you believe you can do it
Yeah.
and just try it. Look, I just want to say one thing too. I
Please
think
do.
this
You can
is
say more than one thing.
This is not a cliquey group. This is a great group of folks, and I'm hoping that if you didn't join in the very beginning of Lakeshore Center for the Arts, that you think about joining. It's a lot of fun
Mm-hmm.
and very welcoming to new faces.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you mentioned it, because I was sitting here trying to figure out how I got into this mess with Rick. And he presented at our Rotary Club a number of
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
right.
That's
Yeah.
how it all started. And I was looking for guests for my show. And I approached Rick and I said, would you like to be on my TV show? And he looked at me like, are you for real? And so he was sitting like right there, and he says to me, well, Doc, I hear you play a mean guitar. And I go, yeah. He said, well, would you like to join?
Barcelona Blues Band, which was the band we were starting at that point.
So I played 2 years with you guys. I call it summer stock.
I wish you would have stayed with us, because we haven't really had a solid lead guitar player since. Everybody plays rhythm. Nobody plays lead. Right, Cal?
You should have paid me more.
We'll double your salary if
Double my
you'll come back.
salary. Well, it's, there's just so much time in one's life that you
Yes.
can do things, and I just had to make a choice between my professional career as a musician and other things. It was just too much. And besides that, your hands can only withstand so much playing.
That's
my
true.
hands get really sore.
That's true.
Okay, so new direction. Oh no. The question I have, and this is for all three of you, okay? And this is a really interesting question. Why do we do what we do? Performing arts. Why? Why do people come to it? Why do we do it? I got you, Rick. You hadn't even said a syllable yet. But I mean, I'm serious, because sometimes I wonder, why do I pack up my equipment and go miles and miles in a snowstorm to play music for 2 hours?
I'll tell you my answer, and it's a true answer, and it's one I've believed in all my life.
All right.
Is that fine arts and participation and creativity is the difference between being an animal and being a human being. It's what makes us unique amongst all of the species, is that we have the ability to create, to do art, to perform, to do all of those things. And I do it because I think it makes us better.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my answer. Next!
Pretty good answer.
Why do you
I think in addition to that, I as I sort of alluded to before, I think you get a real sense of a connection and a community. Now, it may be with an audience if you're on the stage, but there are lots of roles in addition in the back, and you do become very close to and know folks that are working alongside you that much better. So I think there's that aspect of it as well. And if I might add a third,
Absolutely.
I think, my sense of the real need for this group, the Lakeshore Center for the Arts, in this region was also as an incubator of creativity, because it's not over. I don't care what age you're at, whether you're still in high school, if you're an active working adult and parent perhaps with hardly any time, retired, maybe you have mobility. All of this still allows you, in the right atmosphere, to pull from within, and you're surprised what's there. You don't need to be a professional to do this, but it's absolutely empowering and exciting when you're able to express yourself in ways that you thought you weren't able to do.
And I think when people allow that creativity to come through them, it's a very euphoric experience.
It is.
I mentioned that I've been playing guitar. I've been playing for guitar and singing and playing for over 50 years. I know that seems hard to believe. I started out in my young teens when the Beatles started, But, a lot of people say, well, how would you like to get together with the old band? I go, I would never do that. And they go, why? Because they did not keep up on their art. They did not keep up on their skill. I've been doing this for a long time. I get joy playing. Sometimes it's a hassle, but there's something. It's like an inner, I don't know what it's called. It's like a natural high, isn't it? You get done with a play, and if people are applauding, you remembered that line that you always gave you trouble, or the words, or whatever, and you're performing. It's fun.
Well, also the challenge of it. You rise to it.
Yes. Yeah, and I remember always saying to Rick, I'm a musician, I'm not an actor. And the next thing I know, I'm on stage doing a 6-person show. Remember that? The Shel Silverstein
I do
thing.
remember that.
That was fun.
2 hour and a half show or whatever it was with 6 people. We were constantly changing hats and shirts and looking for Libby. Where's Libby?
Yeah.
No, it was great fun, and it really, that one really pushed me hard. That was.
But it's a very supportive group.
It's like family.
It's like a family.
Because you're all in it
yes.
together, and you laugh together, and
Yeah.
Barb Johnson and I, we would goof up our lines in practice, and then we'd just get on stage and say, do the best you can. If you mess up, you mess up. Nobody else knows, and it's a lot of fun. Susan, why?
Well, I agree with what they said. It's a community thing, and you just feel like you have a connection with other people, and you can share all that with people. It brings everybody in.
In the world we live in today, and I think it's what both of you were saying, is that we've seemed to become disconnected with each other. And I don't want to use the constant thing about technology, but you go to a restaurant and you literally look around and there's a glowing light in everybody's face. Nobody's talking. Everybody's got their little iPad or iPhone in front of them, and they're not talking.
Right.
And you see people doing that walking down the streets or whatever. I mean, even in our hometowns they're doing this, not just in the cities and things like that. And we seem to have lost that human connection at times. And I think that these kinds of things bring people together. They laugh, they have fun, and what if someone's listening right now, and I'll throw this to the group, that maybe was in a show or never was in a show, or maybe plays a little music but would like to play more music. How do they get into this?
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
No, just call
Call
us.
who?
Call
Call
Lakeshore
where? What's the
Center for
number?
the Arts.
Do we have a
We have
I
a
don't
we have a
know the
web
number
page you
off
can
the-
connect
yeah.
us to, which
Yeah.
is fully spelled out, lakeshorecenterforthearts.com, which is our web page where you can get a lot of information going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what else I'll do, because I would love everybody in the world to call us. I'm going to give you my phone number,
Okay.
my own personal phone number, and you can call us. It's area code 864-723-8600.
864-723-8600.
Call me.
All right.
Call me.
Call you.
We need new faces, because it's not that we're dying on the vine because we don't have participants, because we do have participants. However, to grow the way we need to grow, we need additional people to
We
do the
need people to
programs we wanna go into.
take the charge and direct a show or something. If there are any directors out there that have something they'd like to do, contact us. We'd
Okay,
love
stage
to.
crew?
Yeah, and not just Westfield. This can be Ripley, Fredonia, Dunkirk, Brockton, Mayville.
Northeast
Yeah,
Pennsylvania, I know you've had
exactly.
actors and
Yes.
that family from there.
Yes.
Okay.
There's another way. I mean, come as an audience member. That's a great
Absolutely.
way to start. These
Oh,
are
yeah.
really high-quality productions.
And the cost of a ticket is so expensive that probably would eliminate
Yeah.
98% of the population. What are they, $10?
A lot of them are free.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance,
We have
we'll talk
movie
about
night
that. We'll
every
talk about
week
It's a Wonderful
or
Day,
month.
because that's free this year, which will feature him. and that's free. However, everything we do in our small theater is usually $10. If we do our major productions, they're $15. And $15 is as expensive as we get.
Well, you look at what some of the cities are drawing, they're $75 a ticket, $50 a ticket, or whatever, plus parking, plus, and it's right here. It's right here. Free
Right.
parking, easy access.
Right.
Okay.
Susan and I just went to a community theater in Michigan. What did we pay for tickets there?
$39.
$39. I
Each.
thought that was like crazy. For
And
a
probably
community
the quality
theater.
was just as good, if not
It was it was equal.
Yeah.
equal. Okay, they tell me that we have one more pick, so let's pop that up, Jeff. Oh, there. There it
Oh, see that, featuring the Hamels.
You know, you got to put the S on there.
Which one?
On my last name.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we missing a letter in that? Okay, we'll do
I've been meaning
that.
to tell you about that over the years. What's my
Hamels.
AKA, otherwise known as Dr. Amanda.
This is it's a Wonderful Life,
Yeah.
and it's not the play or movie per se. It's a radio version of that work that we present on stage.
I think
And-
it's more dramatic.
Yeah, I think it's great too. I haven't seen anybody, I know anybody that's seen it that didn't love it. And Doc has been in this, John Daly, who's from
John did a
Westfield,
great
Kelly.
job. Yeah.
Say hi, Kelly. That's Kelly's in it. Libby Carty's in it, Libby Sherino's in it, Judy Inock, Diana Hammond, Barb Johnson, Brenda Backus.
They're all coming back?
They're all coming
This
back.
is our fourth season, isn't it?
It is.
It's hard to
This is
believe.
the first time we've done it. And we used to do it as a traveling show,
Yeah.
and you used to have to pay to get in. However, we now do it as our gift back to the community. You can come for free. You could see a play for free. And we hope you will, because it's...
What are the dates on that this year?
This year it's December 14th at 7 p.m. and December 16th. I'm going to look at Kelly.
It's a matinee,
Are we at
right?
3 p.m.?
2. He's
2
saying
p.m. 2 p.m.
Come early, just in case.
And it's in the small theater, which is, we're going to limit it to like the 32
Oh, we're going to do this
seats.
on stage
Well, we're going to do it in her theater.
Her
Yeah.
theater.
in Jackie's place.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
because
so it's-
before we did it in the church, now we're going to do it in the other.
Right.
Oh.
It's warmer.
It's warmer
Yes,
and the
because
lighting's
we-
better. And
In addition to our chairlifts, we also put in air conditioning and heat.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah. So we have a great facility.
I
So
gotta tell-
anyone who was there before when they sweat,
So come
we don't do
upstairs
that
for
anymore.
I got to tell you a funny story, Jackie. This was 2 years ago. we were doing It's a Wonderful Life at the church. You know this. You're going to know this story real quick. And we're all getting ready to. It was on the intermission, and we're all kind of like huddled in the break room or wherever. And I said, I'm going to run the men's room. I'll be right back. So if anybody's been ever in the church, there's all these mazes of doors and hallways and that, right? And so I come out of the men's room. There's nobody around. I don't know how to get back on stage. So I quickly I'm just drenched in sweat now from panic, and I'm looking around. So I figured out the doorway, and I look, and they're all sitting in the dark waiting for me. I never
Good thing
let
he's
out
cute, you know?
I am pretty Lord.
Yeah.
You guys, you always set me up. Anyways, look, we got about 4 minutes left. We've seen
Hit that one more time, though.
Which
It's a
one's
Wonderful
it?
Life,
Okay.
December 14th at 7, 16th at 2. He's in it if you want to come see him, and a lot of other people, as
Absolutely,
I
it's a
mentioned.
wonderful.
And we'd love, and it's free.
It's a great
It's
show.
free.
Great show. Very dramatic. All right. Early on, I pulled you from wanting to go forward into the future, and I'm going to now let you go into the future. We talked about the past, the present. So what do you see for down the road, Rick, and others? It just doesn't have to be.
I'm hoping that we take the opportunity to look at where we've been, what we've done, but to sit down as a group and figure out where we're going in the future. And our plan is to organize a strategic planning session, hopefully with community members and others that are involved, and the community itself, to sit down and figure out what we want to do differently, what we want to add, and get some feedback from the community as to where we need to go. But we're going to be doing that hopefully January, February, over those winter months when you know,
The quiet time.
the ice is too thick to go ice fishing or whatever, and you can come to our meeting instead.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So production-wise, what's the future? What do you have on? You talked about the art gallery. What goes on in there, Jackie? Do you know? I mean,
I think I'm going to pass
Pass it
that
to
one
Sue?
to Sue.
okay.
With the art gallery right now, we have works by Karen Seeger-Cockrum, the photography from around, and she's kind of taken that over. We're not actually a retail art place anymore. We're more.
We were.
But we've moved on to more just to show exhibiting. Yes,
And you have other artists lined up?
we do. We have some things coming.
Okay.
Yeah, but one new thing that we're talking about, and this is where Jackie is really important, is we're thinking of going into more media arts.
And you got a minute and 45 seconds.
All right, what do you mean by media?
So the board is, we're in an exploration phase. The board has given the green thumb to take a look at where we might add value in terms of multimedia, and that's where technology meets creativity, meaning some tracks, we want to stay in a learning mode too. That's part of staying creative and challenging ourselves. So that's video, learning to produce videos. It's possibly web development, it's photography, it's other graphic arts, possibly e-learning, but we want to stay true to the mission of the Lakeshore Center for the Arts. So the next step in this is a feasibility proposal to see if we can do it. We'd have to raise money. But we think it's exciting, not just from a creative standpoint, which is the main focus, but also these are real life skills that the market pays pretty well for. And I think, especially for folks my age, it's really important to stay sharp technology-wise.
Good for you. Okay, Jackie, you have a lovely theater in Westfield. I really enjoyed being there. So thank you for joining me today. Sue, I'll give you 10 seconds. Anything you wanted to add to the show? Because we're just about out of time.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so
Happy to be here.
happy
Thank
to
you.
be here. Rick, you got the last 28 seconds.
Wow.
What would you like?
Thank you.
Don't waste it.
Well, we have a lot of people that have been active with us in the time we've been in existence, and I would just like to say thank you to all of you that support us and come out to see our productions and have taken part. And the other half of that is, if you haven't come to see us, please get involved. As I said, we're going to have our planning this year. If you'd like some input as to what's going to happen and
Perfect
how
time.
things are going to go, this is the time to join us. We need you.
Okay.
We need you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Freddie Fillmore signing off for another year. I want to wish you and all yours. Anyways, that's one of my last lines in the show, as there's humming all lines are. Rick, I want to thank you, Jackie and Sue, for joining me today in Chautauqua Sunrise. Folks, check out the Lakeshore Center for the Arts, and we do have a lot of fun, and it is quality production work. It's not just, you know, something they throw together, but everybody knows what they're doing, and good sound effects and music and so forth. So we're going to wrap things up. We're going to see you all right here Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and we got more great shows in store for you. So hopefully you've taken something from today's show and learned a little bit more about the arts right here in Chautauqua County. And so have a great weekend. Stay dry, stay warm, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays.